Okay, here we go, part 2, freedom. La 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 la. La 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 la. Woo! Something's burning in my... Uh-oh. So I'm trying to warm up my dinner, and I'm going to be making soaps, and I'm still continuing with my story. What I should also show you is the other book that I have underneath my computer. It is Tremere's Criminal Code. Take a good look. This is a very important book to freedom. Okay. Criminal Code. Okay, got that? It's very important. The dictionary is going to be very important on this journey, and so is that book, Criminal Code. This is my new money box for my henna tattooing. I'm a henna tattoo artist. This is also going to be placed beneath my computer to make it a little higher. Okay, I need you to get a good view of me. So anyway, let's continue. Who do you think you are? And do you have it in you to be freedom? To be free from your identity? I wrote a song a few years ago called Already I'm Love, and I have a rap and it starts, oh yes, I sign with an X. I have no name, no identity. You can't just call me Lori or Little Gypsy, blah blah blah. So, I mean, I've known this for some time, you know, that I have no name, no identity. I sign with an X. When I was 5, actually, this is a really good point I have to make. When I was 5, and I went to kindergarten for the first time, it was really quite profound, because I knew even then that my name was not my name, and that I was free to create a name for myself. See, I went to kindergarten my first day, and of course I was free for the first time. I was out of my parents' clutches, you know, for the first time, really. I was free to be in school with all these strangers and recreate myself, and I did just that. I called myself Beauty. I told everyone in my class that my name was Beauty, and they all called me Beauty, until even my teacher, until there were parent-teacher interviews, and they asked my parents about that. They said, the teacher said, I think her name was Mrs. Stanwan, or something to that effect, and she gave me the most gorgeous copy of Cinderella. It's beautiful. It's all this gorgeous, like, lacy scroll work stuff in it. It's amazing, amazing. Anyway, I will find that book. It might be still at my mom's house, and I want you to see that. It's very gorgeous. The illustrations are impeccable. Anyways, Mrs. Stanwan, she asked my parents at parent-teacher interview night, what is your daughter's name? Like, what should we call her? Because we've all been calling her Beauty. She told us the first day that that was her name, and everybody knows her as Beauty. But the papers, the official papers, documents that the school has on her say that her name is Lori. So, which is it? And of course, my parents took me home, and not sure if they scolded me exactly, but they kind of, you know, set me straight, like, this, your name's not Beauty, you can't call yourself that, you know, you have to call yourself Lori at school. And so, actually, to be honest, it was devastating. I remember being quite sad. I still feel sad about it. And, like, I can still feel, you know, the disappointment that was there when I was being governed in that way, and I realized that these people who named me, and then, you know, these establishments, these people who are older than me and are governing me, my guardians and such, that they basically ran my life, and I didn't have a whole lot of freedom, you know. You learn young that you can't be who you want to be. They feed you a whole lot of BS about that, you know. You can be anything you want if it fits within the confines of our, you know, normative standards. So we're on this great adventure together, trying to figure out who we are. And, you know, they got so much things to say. They got so much things to say right now. They got so much things to say. Babble. So much things to say right now. They've got so much things to say. Well, let them keep talking, right? Because we're gonna be walking this walk. So, let me teach you about freedom. Hang on to your horses. We're going for a wild ride, people. We are. Little earthlings. We're gonna deliver this earth. We are delivering this earth home. We are homebound. So, you know, start seeing with your real eye and get out of this big lie, essentially. Next order of business. Eat a ketchup chip. And savor the flavor. Savor all the flavors in your life. Savor the flavor of that which you truly are. Find that within yourself. Go within. Know that you are not a name. Know that you can be beauty or freedom or anything. Victory. Anything you want, because you are free. So, if you're really listening and you're serious about freedom, then you're listening, okay? You gotta try this. You gotta say, this is my earth. Okay? You say that. This is my earth. Say it. This is my land. Say it. This is my land. This is my earth. And I belong to me. That's very, very important. That's your preliminary agency. I don't know where I got that term, but I like it. 2 terms put together to cause a reaction or create a new meaning. Preliminary agency. That's what this is about. Your initial self. Your initial agency. There are many ways to comprehend these terms and to adjust them in your reality, to interpret them. So, you know, sit with this. This is something you need to stew with. Who are you? This is why I recommend meditation. So try to meditate more as you engage in this process of going within and finding freedom within yourself. This is really, really challenging for me, I have to be honest. I don't have anything scripted. I didn't even really think about what I was gonna say. Just just want to say something about freedom and tell you what's going on in my life, you know? There's something about you, baby, that makes me want to give it to you. I said there's something about you, baby, that makes me want to give it to you. That's Michael Jackson, you know. And all I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. So care about yourself, as there are slave drivers amongst you in the pop culture media especially, whose job fundamentally is to enslave you through their media, and through their music, through their chants. They get you programmed and enchanted, entranced. You know, you gotta break free of the spell, get free. And like Plato said, you gotta look at art for what it is, which is an imitation of this reality, which is our mundane reality, our physical reality, our five-sensory, three-dimensional, moving into the fifth dimensional reality on Earth, you know, our earthly reality. This reality even is an imitation, Plato said, of true form. And of course the Buddhists and other Eastern mystics will tell you the same thing too, that this reality is an illusion, that it is only partly real. And it's not really real because it's finite. It's finite. It has a lifespan. It's not here forever. You know, so it seems really real and it's really beautiful, but it's an imitation of true form, as Plato said, which is the world of true forms, is what we don't see with our regular eyes. We can't see it with our regular eyes. This is what we see with our regular eyes. And then we look at art, which is an imitation of this. So the songs that we hear, the videos that we watch, the plays that we watch, the television, movies, you know, all kinds of images, billboards, magazine covers, those are imitations of reality. The girl on the magazine is not real. She's just a digital image. She's a digital airbrushed image of a reality, of a real woman. Even what you're seeing of me right now, it's not me. You can't reach out and touch me in the flesh. You can only see a flat digital image of me, right? And it's an imitation of the real me, and even this me is an imitation of the most real, the utmost real me, the essential me. And so that's what we're here to talk about, the essential me, the essential you, and what that is, whether we're in touch with that in terms of our identities or whatever we think that we are and how we operate, what we believe to be our reality. What is that? What is our reality? You know, are we aware that this is an imitation of our true self? Are we willing to go there? Are we willing to go on an expedition, on a quest? It's a Noor-Quest. I call it Noor-Quest. Noor, N-O-O-R, meaning the divine light within the heart. It's a divine love light within the heart of the Sufi mystic. Once you find that light within your heart, you are aware that that is it. That is truth. But you have to find it. So this is a quest for Noor-Quest. And every day is, you know, every day your regular eyes are going to try to dominate again. and it's ongoing, and I'm with you in this process. I'm right here on this earth with you in this process. And so I want to share my experience so that you know that you have a friend in this crazy matrix circus that we call our earthly reality. Okay? So there you are. And so